We march ahead.
It was easy, wasn't it? Simple puzzle, simple solution. But it was just the beginning. Its purpose was to awaken curiosity. A translucent figure pieced out of thin air clad in loose-fitting robe. Its face is hidden behind a simple, unadorned mask. Oh, puzzles, I love them. Mortals are not meant to unveil the secrets of the universe and grasp the meaning of the creation. But is this really so? Of course not. The secrets of the universe will only be revealed to the most worthy of mortals. Prove yourself and be the first for whom all the secrets of the world are revealed. Yes, what do we need to do? The heart of mystery is located west of here. Solve the puzzle and you will comprehend the forbidden knowledge. A map of the area that looks vaguely like a watermark appears in the figure's hands. A single dot shines brightly on the map. You can count on me, translucent masked figure. I'll solve any puzzle you have, so you better prepare some good ones.
path leads on.
Here the druids of all circles, practitioners of the green faith, used to perform their sacred nighttime rites, dancing in the silver moonlight and offering up prayers to modest nature. The bones can still be found in the sticky soil of the desecrated meadow, where for many decades one could only hear grunting, dying scream and the crackling of torn flesh in place of music and laughter.
Fall here. I swear it. You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
I'll cut you wide open! Attack! Into the fray!
You believe the mutations and high mortality of mongrels are product of demonic influence. However, you cannot discount the possibility of interbreeding. I will show you in a graph. I hope that thick red line going sharply downwards means something good. Traitors who defected to the enemy side at Canabris are dead. Nyrosin expresses his deepest gratitude to the commander.
I will see this through.
No reason to pause.
Open your heart to me.
Inimosi tradisi. Bravissimi!
I'm all ears.
Ona Adayan. Ona Adayan.
You're my favorite aid.
Ba, Aeon, Riti. Na, Aeon, Oraman. Ba, Aeon, Riti.
The world has suffered enough.
Aborane said.
I will guide us. Save the last one for me.
You won't survive me.
Arti.
No glory without risk!
Endure this!
We shall overcome.
Arti.
This will leave a bruise.
The spirits demand your blood.
Aborane scented.
The Inheritor, guide my blade!
Make every strike count!
Do not hold back.
Arti.
You are today's sacrifice.
Into the fray!
You crossed the wrong mongrel!
Commander, we got a suspicious lad on the road. He says he's an ally and he's desperate to talk to you. Who knows who he really is? The young man before you is trembling from his wounds and exhaustion. His boots are in tatters, and if he had any weapon or armor, he shed them along the way. His clothes are torn, and his hair is wet, like they recently swam across a river. Blood oozes from the wounds on his chest and shoulders, and his skin is cracked and inflamed from the acid waters of Mordwood. Commander, the man breathes heavily, and the words emerge as a whisper from his dirty throat. My squad ambushed beyond the river. Help! What is this? Report? What is this? Report properly at once. Yes, Commander. Grinding his teeth in pain, the man snaps to attention, deliberately calms his breathing, and begins it again. Yanker Uncle, Hell Knight of the Order of the Gold Claw, under the command of Paralector Regil the Wrench. Our squad is under attack by demons far surpassing our numbers. Without your assistance, we are lost. Hell Knights, they supported the Crusade more than once in our battles against the demons. Despite their Irabet's cringe's questionable reputation, we cannot abandon our allies in trouble. If they really are our allies, then of course, it's just Olivia looks Yanka over closely from head to toe. I kinda think this isn't a knight at all. A real Hell Knight would be skinned alive for losing his infamous black armor. What we see here is a stranger without rank or insignia who wants us to march to God know where. Kinda smell like a trap to me. The philosophy of the Godclaw is dangerous heresy. Irori teaches that each of us has our own path to perfection that we must follow. One path, not 5 at the same time. Irori gained his divinity through the iron of his self-discipline. He is an example of us all, but he was once just a mortal. How can we worship a relatively new deity while refusing to pay tribute to those who created the world? We, the oldest orders of the Goldclaw, are convinced that Irori himself treats the elder gods with due respect, and thus is befit us to do the same. Where is your squad now? Not far from here, beyond the river. It's not far for a single fighter who abandoned his armor and weapon, but we can't get across the river so easily. We'll have to take a detour. Even if we can't save anyone, it will seriously delay our offensive Dresden, and will give the enemy a chance to prepare. Yankee, who is attacking you, and why can you handle them on your own? Large creatures that attack from the air. Some are fighters, others are other guests, clerics with dangerous divine magic. They looked like stone come to life. I am almost certain they are gargoyles. They fell upon us from the sky while we are setting up camp and at our most vulnerable, and they caught our forces at a partial strength. The Paralictor had dispatched some of our troops as scouting teams. The flying beasts didn't fight us, they just fell on us. The sky grabbed our fighters and either took them somewhere or threw them to the depths. We were unprepared for that. Give me one reason we should help you. Yankel looks at you amazed. The Hell Knights are former allies of the Crusaders. After a pause he adds, I cannot make a promise on behalf of my command, but under the circumstances you must be able to convince our Paralector to join your army. Hell Knights in your army, that's just what we need. What do my companions think? Your companions look at the guests suspiciously. Hell Knights, with allies like them there is no need for an enemy. If it suits them, they abandon us to the demons without a second thought. But we are not like them, are we? We have to save them. Looks like a trap to me, but even if he isn't lying, Dresden is our goal. If our offensive is delayed, we won't get another chance to retake the city. The Hell Knights are heartless executioners. Saving people from claws of demons is a good cause in itself, but those people are doing everything they can to become just like the devils. Shane, forgive me, but I feel we should leave the Hell Knights to their fate and continue our offenses for Dresden. Do you recall Prelate Horlun? Well, picture an entire army of soldiers was like him. Do we need allies like that? If they die, I shan't shed a tear. We should help them, but only if they join our forces in return. We could use some fresh blood. Hell Knights, no, not for all the God in the world. Don't you know what kind of people they are? One minute they are just going about your business, the next you are locked in in a stock, and there's a butcher in a black armor standing in front of you. I don't know who these knights are, but if there are people suffering out there, then of course we have to help. It's what we came here to do, isn't it? The crown on her shoulder croaks resolutely, supporting her words. What knights are these? I never heard of them, but the name sounds nasty. They must be ghouls or wargs or something like that. I would stay away from them if I were you. What? Nina blinks a few times, baffled. This question has no scientific significance. What interests is how the water on the river poised by the World One will affect this boy. With your permission, I'd like to examine him, or his corpse, in a few days' time. I've been contemplating the possibility of joining the Hellknights myself. Irabeth gives you a flabbergasted look. She frowns but refrains from comment. As far as I know, Commander, you have not passed the test and have never been formally enlisted into the rank of the Order. However, it can still be done, especially if Protector de Nangrea agrees to vouch for you. We can talk more about it later after we meet him. We'll take the risk and try to help them. Thank you, Commander. Our forces are here. The Knights points on the location on your map. The situation is critical. Please send your reinforcements as soon as possible. I will go ahead and meet you there. Lan approaches you, casually polishing a ripe apple on his sleeve and smiling. I knew I'd find you here. I've been hard trying to catch you alone recently. Everybody seems to want something from you. You begin being the commander of the city probably has something to do with it. That's why I wanted to talk to you about. Lan expressed grown serious. I've seen you fight plenty of times now. The way you charge into battle like everybody depending on you. I don't know if you are trying to be a hero or just your own honor at work, but I don't know if you're trying to be a hero or if it's just your own honor at work, but when I think about you getting hurt, it's like my insides just turn to ice, because we are friends, and I worry about you. I know you're the commander and you got to lead the charge, but let me protect you. It's the least I can do for you. Lan looks into your eyes. Because we're comrades, right? And I don't want the comrade to be devoured by demons. Thank you, Lan. I also appreciate help from a friend. Don't mention it. I'll try to stick out little a sore thumb and stay out of the way. I just watch over you silently, observing from the shadows. Wait, no, that came out wrong. Forget what I said. Lan rubs his back of his neck. What I want to say is, you can count on me.
Without a doubt.
Hey, little one. They say you can do magic. An old silver-haired fighter seized Ember by Arp skeptically, apparently baffled to find such a young girl in the middle of the war. He's cradling his wounded arm, which has been hastily bandaged. Can you heal me?
Esme, Axel, yes.
Of course, Ember whispers a spell and touches the bloody bandages. Thank you, that's so much better. The Thudges rips off the blood-cracked rags and stokes the healthy skin underneath them. How old are you? You're only a child. I have a granddaughter at home, just like you. Oh, little girl, how did you end up here? What are you doing here in the thick of it with us? Amber gives him a lightened smile. I'm just like you. I came to the thick so that the thick wouldn't come to the other kids, like your granddaughter. Well, I'll be. So little I had more courage than some officers. The old man runs his rough hand over his hair, and she smiles at him again. The crown on her shoulder rubs its head on his hand like a cat. Talking to you takes a lot of my mind. I reckon it's not just my arm you healed. The soldiers leave shaking his head pensively. Amber waves happily, then turns around and notices you. Hi. Do they often come to you for help like this? Amber shrugs. Demons keep hurting them. I keep healing them. But you know, it's surprising. So many soldiers comes to me. They say I bring them comfort. That I give them strength. But I don't do anything like that at all. I only talk to them nicely. I'm just the feather-brained little girl. What if something I say is wrong? Maybe I should keep quiet. But I can tell that my words make them feel better. I guess I'm confused. Don't second guess yourself. You're helping all of us, the soldiers, our companions, and me. You think so? I think I'm just wandering around saying silly things. She taps the scarred finger on her cheek, and then breaks into a smile. Alright, I must be true if I say so. It must be true if you say so.
Forwards.
We march ahead.
you pride yourself on being a rake and a libertine. But could you ever bring yourself to sleep with a mongrel? I bet you'd toss your cookies at the first whiff of one.
If this is you propositioning me, then I'm game. Now, how much would you care to bet?
Commander become host to an anomalous force, and her dreams are filled with strange vision. She feels the space around her distorted, and the sensory organs are flooded by false images, buried by distortions of light and air. Reality itself tries to expel the commander into some dark tunnel. At the other end, a grim figure waits. Her body resists this crude attempt to wrench it from reality, but the unknown force finds a tangle in the commander's soul, one made of demonic rage and destructive desire. The stranger grabs it and pulls it like a hunger reeling in a harpoon. Troubled by the sudden intrusion, the dark and ominous force deep in the commander's soul answers with a menaceful growl. The commander moment the commander feels delightfully whole, as if the internal legacy of the friend fiend running through her vein has finally awakened and gained its full power. The door that leads to the dark and furious part of her soul swings open and awaking the darkness spreads its wings. With a triumphant and savage howl, it breaks free and fills the commander's thoughts and senses. Its rage like a burning spear streaks along to the dark tunnel to the one who dared trouble the commander. A heart-rending scream filled with pain and animal fear strikes your ears. The moment passes and the attraction fades. The enemy has withdrawn back to the shadows. The apparition receded, leaving the commander wondering whether it was reality or nightmare. After pacifying the elemental, the soldiers found the remains of a cultist sorcerer in the middle of the broken summoning circle. Despite his apparent outstanding magical power, he was unable to control the raging spirit he had brought into the existence. His stiff fingers were clenched on a horrendous flay he has used as a weapon. is fine.